Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today's meditation is a style of spoken words and contemplative music. And so right now, if everyone can silence their cell phones, and we'll go into this moment of silence. Whenever you're ready, allow your eyes to close. This is your time to soften, to unwind, and to settle into that peaceful silence that awaits you. If you like, take in a deep breath and release. Let this moment, where everything else simply just fall away. In this moment of stillness, let us open up ourselves to the quiet presence of grace. Grace is effortless givingness of spirit. It's always here, always acting, always guiding us towards a greater peace of wholeness. We do not have to earn it. We simply just allow it. I'm reminded of an Ernest Holmes teaching that says, grace operates by the nature of God itself, infinite good, endlessly giving, and always seeking to express more life through us. Grace is Spirit doing for us what we cannot do for ourselves, lifting us beyond limitation, from fear and old patterns. When we align our thinking with truth through faith, recognition, affirmation prayers, we become more aware of our ever-present flow. even when we're unaware. Grace continues to act. It is that quiet power that heals. Transforms. And reveals the greater good already prepared for us. And in this space, grace is like the sunlight pouring through a window you've forgotten to open. The moment you lift the latch, the room floods with warmth that was already waiting to enter. I invite you to take in another deep breath and open yourself up to feel the warmth of grace flowing within. Picture yourself of how that warmth feels on your face, on your body. And the calmness that it brings forth. As we continue to breathe deeply, We remember that the divine love goes before us to prepare the way. Surrounds us as calm assurance. And follows us with gentle support. Let us be willing to recognize this gentle power. Let us breathe more deeply, listen more openly, trust more fully, for in every breath, every step, every unfolding moment, grace is here. It's always present, active, and overflowing. Today, as we rest in this truth, you may take these words of awareness as your own. I am grateful for this grace that fills my life in this very moment, in every moment. It lifts me, guides me, and blesses me with effortless good. I welcome I welcome its presence with an open, thankful heart. Take in one more deep breath and release. As you bring your awareness back to this space. Remembering that grace is always with us. Always with you. And so it is. Thank you for joining me this morning for this meditation. Service will start at 10 a.m.
Now I'm rooted in the Spirit. I'm rooted in the Spirit. It happened without a fight. Something is new about me. I feel it with each breath. There's a majesty about me, a majesty about me. I feel it in my step. A new heaven
morning, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. I'm Reverend Laura, and it is my pleasure to be the spiritual leader here, and I am so happy to see all of you here. Anybody else enjoy watching the mountains this morning? Oh, aren't they spectacular? Covered with snow. That's one of the blessings of having rain in the desert is we get snow on the mountains. That's the best part of snow is it's on the mountains. As a former Midwestern girl, I can tell you that. That's the best part of snow is to see it from a distance. I want to welcome you all here. It's wonderful to see so many faces here with us. I want to say hi to the people that are joining us online. Would you turn and wave at that glass window back there? Joe's got the camera going, and our YouTube audience is watching us here. We're so thrilled to have everybody here with us. We're going to kick it off with some music. What are we singing? Together We Rise? Together We Rise. So let's rise. The words are on the screen, and sing along with us.
Here we go. Together we rise as the sun lights up the sky, opening our hearts to the spirit of love inside. Together we rise, God flows through you and I. Together one in spirit, we rise, we rise. In times of struggle, we seek the Spirit of God within. Receptive to our calling, we love our neighbors and our friends. Relaxing in the knowing God's grace, it never ends. We gather as one people and with joyful hearts we sing. Together we rise as the sun lights up the sky, opening our hearts to the spirit of love inside. Together we rise, God flows through you and I. Together one in spirit, we rise, we rise. As we stay in gratitude, we let Spirit lead the way. Listening to the still small voice is always there to say, trust in God with all your heart, the path ahead is clear. We unite together and there's nothing for us to fear. Let's sing now. Together we rise as the sun lights up the sky, opening our hearts to the spirit of love inside. Together we rise, God flows through you and I. Together one in spirit, we rise, we rise. Good morning, everybody. Greet your neighbor at this time if you're comfortable doing so.
All right. So we're going to shift now to our little more contemplative time. I'm going to invite up our practitioner of the day, Mirlan Hart, to give us our affirmation and our invocation. Mirlan?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So if you want to repeat, or let's say it at the same time, how about that? Let's read today our affirmation, brought to us by Karen Duffrey. I am receptive, generous with grace, which is boundless and knows no limit.
I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. When this old world starts to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. Let's sing now. I need to relax, let God take over. I need to relax, let God take over. And take this load off of my shoulders. I need to relax, let God take over.
Within this stillness, I know that there is one life, one power, one infinite intelligence moving through all of creation. As I open my heart to receive, I recognize this life as love. This love is peace. This presence is grace, ever-flowing, unconditional, and eternally available. In this moment, we align with that truth, knowing that God is all there is. I bless this time together, knowing that grace goes before us, works through us, and surrounds us now as we begin our today's celebration service. As Spirit moves through every word, every silence, every insight, it is done in perfection of itself. I'm so grateful for knowing this truth as it fills my life with peace and joy. And I welcome its presence with an open, thankful heart. And I just let it be, and so it is.
Let's sing it now. I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. When this old world starts to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still, let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me.
Love it when the music and the invocation pretty much give the talk for me. I could just go sit down and receive. I want to thank Justin and his wonderful 12-string there. That was a beautiful. Isn't that great? This man has so many different guitars, and he's committed lately to bring them all forth for us. So we're excited for that. Thank you, Justin, and thank you, Merlon, for that beautiful invocation. All right, so we are concluding our month of the mystic consciousness here with the mystic's journey. And that's been our theme for the whole year, is this mystic's journey, what that means. So first, let's go back and review what it means to be a mystic. And so a mystic is a person who has some kind of a direct experience of God, of the infinite intelligence, of reality, of the ultimate, of the, as our founder Ernest Holmes says, the thing itself. It's a person who has had a direct experience of that. And that can be in all kinds of forms, all kinds of ways. It can show up in all different experiences in our life where we take that time, get out of our own way, and allow that spirit to move through us and reveal itself to us. Many times this happens when what they call the dark night of the soul, when we're at that point where we can't do anything else but just surrender, and that allows for spirit to move through us. That idea of surrender I'm going to talk about a little bit later on, but how important that is in the mystic's journey. And so this is not about a particular belief system. Mystics come in all different faith traditions. They've come throughout all the time. One of my favorite mystics is a 13th century Persian named Rumi, who was a Sufi. He actually was one of the founding members of the Sufi order and developed what they call the whirling dervishes. And that was one of the ways he experienced God, was stepping out of his own path as he twirled around a pole and allowing spirit to move through him. So it's not a belief system, it's not a dogma, it's not a particular religion, but it's a way of being. It's a way of living your life as if you are in constant connection with that higher source, that higher power, that indwelling presence that is moving itself into expression through you and as you. It is about an ever unfolding inner knowing of who and whose you are, of how you got here, of what your purpose is, and how that's manifesting itself in your experience. So a mystic is a person who perceives the divine as being fully present in their lives, in all of their lives, in every aspect, even the things we don't like to experience. It's knowing that God, this too is God, and that God is present in every experience we have. It's one who lives from that inner awareness and develops that awareness through contemplation, through meditation, through prayer, through all of the different spiritual practices that we do. That's how we develop that awareness of this presence, of this creative love intelligence that is moving through us. It's all about our inner work. It's all about going within and becoming quiet enough that we can sense and feel and hear the presence of the divine. And so the mystic's journey begins in mystery, in a question. Often for me, I start my morning with a question. I will say, what do I need to know today? And I just listen. And that forms the basis of my day as whatever I need to know is revealed to me throughout that. Every true mystic begins with not answers, but with wonder. They're not trying to find ways to validate their point of view. They're opening up themselves up to something that they don't know, that they can't possibly understand at this point, but they're opening themselves up to the exploration of it and the experience of it. Last week, when we talked about living in the mystery, we discussed that spiritual life is not about control. In fact, it's the very opposite of control. It's about surrendering into the flow that's always moving through us, about opening ourselves up to that and not trying to dictate the circumstances of every single encounter that we have. I used this quote last week from Michael Singer. It says, every moment offers a choice to contract or open. The mystic chooses to open again and again and again. So instead of closing ourselves off to an experience, we open ourselves up to it and say, what's here for me to know? How can I grow from this experience? What is available to me to understand in a way that I didn't understand it before? The mystic lives with an open heart and a curious mind and a great deal of wonder about the world around them. And along with that is a willingness to be transformed by whatever they meet along the path. Whatever that experience is, they're open to it, bringing a new understanding into their lives. Our founder, Ernest, says this. He says, we do not will ourselves into spirit. We allow spirit to reveal itself. We can't make ourselves be part of spirit, but we can allow spirit to reveal itself through us. When he says this, he's actually talking about what is yet to unfold for us. What is unknown in our experience. It's an invitation to be fully present in that moment and allow spirit to move through us and reveal itself in a way that we, with our own little limited mind, couldn't possibly predict. But being open to the wonder of what's available to us. And this is the beginning of our journey as a mystic here. The path is very, very simple. It's very simple, but it's not a bit easy to do. Anybody in here a recovering control freak like me? Yeah. It's hard to let go sometimes. It's hard to risk the unknown. It's hard to just say, okay, I'm open. What's happening here? Let me see what's going to happen. And not want to close ourselves off to protect ourselves. Those are natural instincts that we have as human beings, to shield ourselves from the unknown. But the mystic opens themselves up to it and allows that to be their experience. The second week of the month, I talked about sacred simplicity and the act of letting go and how important it is in our spiritual unfoldment to begin to let go, to release those things that don't serve us. Throughout the month, I've used the quote from Michael Beckwith that 100% of spiritual growth is about letting go. It's all about releasing those things. Because we believe in one very fundamental premise, that we came here into this incarnation absolutely perfect. We do not need to add one thing to ourselves. All we need to do is release those things that are blocking us from knowing the truth. And those things happen through our experiences, through the way that we have moved through life. If we could take a newborn baby and actually have one that could talk to us, they would know right then and there that they are absolutely perfect, that nothing needs to be added to them, that they are absolutely a divine creation right then and there. But each one of those little babies, each one of us as a little baby, experienced the world around us. And those experiences built layers. Sometimes they were fearful experiences, and so we learned to protect ourselves. Sometimes they were harmful. Sometimes they were scary and dangerous. Sometimes they were loving and kind. And our opportunity all the time was to try to discern what that meant for us. And so all of those things, all of those experiences have built these layers. And so spiritual evolution is about opening up, releasing all those layers, moving off those things that have blocked us from knowing the truth. Here in Science of Mind, we often use the analogy of peeling an onion. You know, when you open up an onion, it's got one layer after the other, after the other, after the other, till you get to that absolute core part of it. And so that's what our spiritual processes are about. It's peeling away those layers that are hiding that pure essence, the truth of who we are in every moment. So the mystic's journey is not a journey of adding things to ourselves, but subtracting those things that are blocking us from knowing it. It's always, always, always about letting go. And this journey of letting go of everything is not everything that is not essential. It's about allowing ourselves to see that essential one, that perfect being that we are, shining through. So we peel away those things that no longer serve us anymore. It's about uncluttering our inner room so that our outer experience is more perfect, is more in alignment with who we've come here to be. And this is why mystics from across all the traditions, you talk about Rumi, talk about Teresa of Avila, John of the Cross, all of the mystics that we've studied throughout the years, the modern mystics like Richard Rohr or Thomas Merton, they all have the same kind of belief system. It's not about adding anything to ourselves. It's about letting go of the things that no longer serve us anymore. It's about simplifying our lives and getting to that core of who we really are. And so in this simplicity, we create spaciousness. We open ourselves up. And once we open ourselves up, then Spirit has room to operate in our lives. Once we create that spaciousness, then we can see things in a different way because we're not cluttered by all those things that have blocked us from knowing that. Spaciousness reveals that presence that's within us. It reveals the truth of who we are. And that presence, once it's revealed inside of us, it awakens the mystic that we are. And this is why all of the mystics, like I said, speak of simplicity as the gateway to this conscious union with God, as this absolute spiritual unfoldment. Simplify our life. There's a reason that the monastics live a very simple life, because then it's not cluttered by all of the trappings of the modern world around them. It's about creating that spaciousness within us so that the beauty of Spirit can be revealed. Now, oftentimes people think that being a mystic is somehow transforming your brain into where, you're in some kind of altered state of reality. It is not about transforming ourselves in any way like that, but it's about opening up to what is available. So it's not an altered state of consciousness, but it is an uncovered state of consciousness. It's a state of consciousness that has revealed the truth of who we are. This is what remains when we stop resisting life, when we stop performing, when we stop holding on tightly to our beliefs that we're very rigid about some of our beliefs. How about our stories? Anybody hold on to those stories that we've had? Take a class and you'll see how people hold on to their stories. How about our identities of who we are and who we aren't and how we have to be in the world? Anybody hold those tight, those very rigid to themselves? Becoming a mystic is about simply allowing ourselves to be. It would be absolutely boring if everybody was the same. And so it's not about sameness. It's about revealing who we really came here to be, about allowing Spirit to move through us in that perfect, unique way that it intended all along. Our founder, Ernest, describes this beautifully. He says, the divine presence is at the center of our own being, simply waiting to be recognized. The divine presence already exists within us, and it's just simply waiting for our recognition of it, for allowing ourselves to be that presence. Goldsmith would say it this way. He says, the infinite invisible becomes visible when the senses grow quiet. When we can stop all that mental chatter about our stories, our identities, the ways we have to control things, all of the experiences we've had in our life, when we can stop that mental chatter, then we allow a space for Spirit to reveal itself to us. Mystical consciousness dawns on us when the outer noises dim and the inner light is allowed to shine forth. That's when we really awaken to mystical consciousness. But that's not the end of the journey. That's just a turning point. It's just a place for us to become a little bit deeper connected to Spirit. We use this analogy often in our teaching here about this ever upward spiral of evolution. Mystical consciousness, the mystic's journey, is not a straight line. It is not linear. We don't start here and we don't end there. But it's about constantly coming back to the challenges that we have and looking at them from a little higher perspective than we did before. We are all faced with everything that happens in this world around us. But how we react to it, how we respond to the situations in life, is what determines where our spiritual evolution is. Goldsmith says it that way. You know that you've spiritually evolved when you notice that you're reacting differently to those circumstances in your life. So think about problems that you might have had when you were a teenager. Did you respond to them the same way 20 years later? Probably not. You probably had evolved a little bit to where you could see, well, that was kind of an immature way of responding to that. I'm at this little bit higher level of consciousness now, and I can respond from a more mature point of view. And then the same thing happens 20 years later. We look at a situation in our life and we don't respond to it the same way because we've evolved. We are now at a higher level of consciousness where we can face those same challenges but to have a different experience of them. This is not about perfection. It's not about being linear and moving from point A to point B. It's not a straight shot to enlightenment. I hate to tell you that, but it's not. There's no direct path and no train that's going to get you from one place to the other. But it's a spiral. It's constantly coming back to those situations and experiencing them at a higher level. So there are three things that a mystic moves through in their journey of this path of unfoldment. And so it can look like it's linear, but it's really going around with that spiral again. But the first thing that they have to do, all mystics learn this, is they learn to surrender. Now, many mystics do it when there's absolutely nothing else they can do. When they've fallen down on their knees and they're saying, God, help me. I don't know what to do here, so I just surrender. It doesn't have to get to that place. It doesn't have to be that difficult. And it doesn't have to be in a bad situation either. I had my first mystic experience through surrendering. My brother was in the process of making his transition, and it was about 2 weeks before that. And I was distraught, but I didn't know I was distraught. I didn't know what was going on. I just couldn't function. I was at work, and I was a computer specialist at an elementary school, and I felt really silly going to my principal and saying, yeah, I can't work today. I don't know what's going on, but my head's not here. I can't work today. I thought, he's not going to buy that. So I said, all right, I'm just going to go into my office, and I'm going to sit there in the quiet until something is revealed, until I can function again, because I can at this point. So I went into my office, closed the door, turned out the light, and I just went into meditation. And very quickly I heard, there is no pain, there is no suffering, there's only peace. And it was in a way that, well, when you know, and you can't unknow it. It was a way that I knew that was Spirit moving through me, speaking through me, showing up for what I needed to hear in that moment. But it took me surrendering all of my trying to fix it or solve the problem or struggle against it, and just simply go into the silence and just say, okay, this is what I need to know. So it's the opposite of contracting, because oftentimes when we have these experiences, we shut ourselves off, we close off to the experience. We don't want to deal with it, so we push it away. It's learning to trust ourselves more than to tighten up and to condense and to clench. It's saying, okay, what's here for me, as opposed to saying, how can I fix this? What is available to me to know in this moment? It's about awakening our curiosity. And that's the first step in the mystic's journey. And then the second one is to simplify your inner landscape. So we release those unnecessary stories. We release the things that have happened before. That doesn't have to be my experience again. It's happened once, but I can choose a different path this time. It's letting go of the drama, letting go of the fear, letting go of holding tight to the identity of who I am, or having a rigid belief system about something. Being so convinced that this is right and there's no other option for it. So simplifying what's going on inside of our consciousness. When we do that, we make room for that spaciousness that I talked about before. We make room for Spirit to operate. And this increases our clarity. And clarity is about the mystic's way of seeing things, about being able to see it clearly for ourselves. And then the third thing that we do is we awaken. We awaken to that presence that's always within us, always available to us, always tapping on our shoulder, ready to speak to us. It simply waits for us. It's about recognizing that the infinite intelligence is already within us, and it's looking for an avenue to express itself. It's about resting in that idea of oneness, just simply being right there with it. It's breathing in to that ultimate truth that I and that presence within me are one, never two. This is the way that we birth that conscious communion with Spirit. It's the way the mystic births its way of being in the world. And so, it's surrender, it's simplify, it's awaken. And the next time you experience something, it's surrender, simplify, and awaken. Repeat as needed. Surrender, simplify, and awaken to what's available to us, until it stops being an issue and actually becomes your life. Instead of it's something that we have to formally think about practicing, and it just simply becomes the way that you are in the world. When faced with a challenge, instead of struggling against it, surrender. What do I need to know here, God? Simplify. Look at the things that are stopping you from understanding that, from experiencing Spirit as it's moving through you. And then once it does, allow that spark to ignite. Surrender, simplify, and awaken. Now, oftentimes people think that the mystic's journey is a solo journey, that all mystics are sitting in a cave on the mountaintop, their little cup of tea and a little bit of fire, and that's it. Stay away from me. Don't come near me. I don't want anything to do with people. People are distracting. People cause problems. I don't want to deal with all that. That's not what mystics do. The mystic turns inward, and they seek guidance from inside as opposed to asking their neighbor what they should do. But they don't travel the path alone. We don't have to go and become a hermit living in a cave. The paradox is that although every mystic is divinely guided from within, they are never alone. Our task is to be in the world, and as the master teacher tells us, not of the world. I can exist in the world around me. I can function quite well in the world around me. I don't have to let the world around me control what's happening in my life. To be in the world, but not of the world. This is about being connected to Spirit, about connected to community, about being connected to all of life. It's actually being out there, engaged in life, as opposed to sitting alone. In one of his lectures, Joel Goldsmith puts it this way: we don't have to go and live in a cave somewhere and give up all the things around us to become more spiritual. He goes on to say that's really foolish too, but it's not about hiding ourselves away. We don't have to become that hermit. We think of most mystics on the journey, don't we think of someone who's like in a monastery, who is spending 18 hours a day in prayer, giving up all of their worldly possessions so that they can simplify their life in a way. You know, you think about Buddha as he was beginning his exploration of the world around him before he became enlightened. He traveled with a very simple piece of cloth around him and a bowl. And the bowl was everything to them. It was the bowl that they collected alms in for when people would give to them. It was a bowl that they would eat their food out of. It was a bowl that they could make music with, the singing bowls. That was what they carried. Buddha was so into this asceticism that he's quoted as saying that he wanted to become so thin that when he laid down on his back, you could see his backbone through his stomach. Now, can you imagine how thin that would have to be to see your spine on the front part of your body? But he was trying to give up everything. And then he sat down under a Bodhi tree one day, and it dawned on him that he did not need to do that. And he received enlightenment in a way that allowed him, he surrendered. He had already simplified as much as possible. He surrendered, he simplified, and he allowed himself to awaken to the truth. And he allowed himself to be that presence. And then what did he do? He didn't go out and be off in the cave by himself. He went and formed a community. He brought people to him. He taught the truth that he learned. The same way with the master teacher Jesus. He went and learned what he needed to learn, but then he came and brought it back and formed community. He traveled with community. He went to other places and spoke. It's not about hiding away in a cave, about being by yourself. But it's about allowing yourself to be fully present in the life around us. We don't have to go anywhere to find God. It's right where we are, all of the time. It's in every breath we take, every step we take, every move we make is the presence of the divine shining through. And so this journey of being a mystic, when we don't shut ourselves off from the world around us, leads us to being very compassionate in the world. It leads us to understanding our relationship in the world and the people around us in a greater way. When I know that I have moved through the struggles in my life, that allows me to soften when I see somebody else struggling. It allows me to have a place of compassion for the others around me. It allows me to be in the environment as a blessing to the world. It allows us to be the place where God shows up. When we open ourselves up to Spirit. And that's the secret journey. That's the purpose of it, is to be that place where Spirit has room to operate in the most troubling of times. When someone else has fallen on their knees, we can be a place that holds the space for them and know that this too is God in action. Mysticism is not passive. It's not solitary, and it is not passive. It is a very, very active practice that on the surface looks very still. When we commune with Spirit, it doesn't look like we're doing anything outside of ourselves, right? We sit and meditate, it doesn't look like anything's happening. But inside is a wonderful world of connection, of understanding, of exploration, of spiritual growth. Mysticism is not passive, it is profoundly active. And when we begin to actually engage in that, open ourselves up to the oneness of all life, how can we be anything but compassionate to others around us? How could we not bring that divine love into a world filled with hurt? When we know who we are, when we know our purpose, when we know how we are connected, it's natural to see that connection in others. The mystic's journey allows us to pour our blessings into a world that is so hungry for the light. And I know there have been darker times in the world, but I think in my six decades here on this planet, I'm seeing some of the darkest ones right now. And so for me, this idea of being a mystic on this path is about spreading this out, allowing this spirit that is within to move forth and take action where it's called to take action in my world around me. I think this is the highest calling we can have. For each one of us is a mystic. Varying levels of a discernment at this point, but each one of us is a mystic. And we are on that ever upward spiral of evolution, as Ernest describes it. Always constantly moving up and evolving and facing things at a higher level of consciousness. The mystic's journey is not a faraway idea. It's unfolding right now. It unfolds through our breath, through our awareness, through our inner knowing, through our spiritual practices, through our service in the world, through our compassion to others. Remember, we're not trying to reach God. We're allowing God to reach through us, to be a blessing and a benediction in the world. We're not trying to become spiritual. We already are. We're trying to release those things that stop us from experiencing it, from knowing it. This is all about remembering who we are. Mystics are not rare individuals. And they're certainly not the hermits sitting on the cave. Mystics are simply those who are willing to pay attention, to explore what's happening within them, and to open up to the mystery of it. Remember, at all times, you are a blessing to the world. So let's take this into prayer. I invite our practitioners to stand and surround us. These are modern mystics in your midst here, folks. They might not say that about themselves, but I can say it for them. These are people who have learned to surrender, to trust, to open themselves up to a higher calling. All right. And so right here and right now, I know that there is only one power, one presence, one creative love intelligence that has brought forth everything into existence. I know this one is perfection and wholeness. I know it is that indwelling presence right in the heart of all creation, the illumined one within each one of us. Because I know that there is only one, I know that I am one with it. That this power and this presence resides right at the heart of my being. It is the truth of who I am. It created me, it brought me to this moment. It has given me this work to do. Because I know this is true for me, I know this is true for each and every one of us. For we are all that perfect emanation of a powerful love intelligence, a powerful creative force that is moving itself into expression in, through, and as all creation. And so knowing this truth, I speak my word. I know that right here and right now, each one of us is a place where God shows up. That each one of us is that vessel of illumination, of Christ consciousness. I know that we are already perfect, whole and complete, just the way that we are. And I know that our task is to remove those things that block us from experiencing this truth. Those things that seem to hide the essence of who we are. Our journey here on this world is about release, about letting go of those things that no longer serve us, so that the magnificence of who we are can express itself. And I see it expressing itself beautifully all around me. I see it in those amazing mountains this morning, in the clear skies, the beauty of nature. I see it in the hugs and the smiles and the greetings we have for one another this morning. I see it unfolding itself in perfection and wholeness as a blessing and a benediction to our entire world. For we are the place where God shows up. And I'm so grateful to know this. I'm so grateful to feel it. I'm so grateful to see it operating in this world around me. And so I release this word into the law, into that creative mind that always says yes. I let it go and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, God's revealed and I am whole.
Thank you, practitioners. Thank you so much. Beautiful, Justin. Now we have an opportunity to support our community financially. We are a 501c3 religious nonprofit. We receive most of our funding through your generous donations. And so our ushers are here to receive your cash and check donations today. And we have several electronic ways that you can give as well. If you need any help with that, Kaylee's in the back at the table, and she'll be happy to help you process any of that for you. So if you would, put your hands over your heart as we give this a blessing here. Would you repeat after me? This gift I give.
This gift I give
Goes forth from me.
goes forth from me.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
Does amazing and miraculous things.
And returns to me in kind.
And returns to me in
Pressed
kind.
down and overflowing.
Pressed down and overflowing.
We're singing
Money's
money.
coming to me.
Money is coming to me. It's got a good rhythm. I don't, but it does.
Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Money is a-coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a-coming to me. Every time I open my heart to me, I receive all that I need, knowing that God heals my soul. I release and let it coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me. Money is a coming to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a coming to me.
Oh, and how grateful we are to receive everything that has been brought here today. I know that the generosity represented in this offering extends far beyond the blessings that we receive here today. And I just give great thanks for it, and so it is. All right. All right, we have a couple of announcements. Our Mary Market is coming up December 14th after service. We're going to have a community event where our kids are going to be selling lunch for us, hot dogs, chips, sodas, and the young adults are going to be making cocoa and baked goods. I'm not real sure what yet, but I know it'll be wonderful. And then we're going to have vendors who specialize in homemade things, crafts and so forth. You know how I love crafts. Are going to be here to provide their wares for us. So please plan on staying for after service on December 14th to experience our Merry Makers. We do have a call for vendors here, so if you're interested in that or you know someone who is, we have about 8 on our list so far, and I think we have room for 12. So wonderful experience to have an opportunity to sell your wares here with our community. And then, sorry, I'm a little distracted. There we go. Marie is not here today, so I get to make this announcement. Our beloved Marie Sims Banks turns 100 in 2 weeks. She turned on December 12th, or December 7th is her birthday. We're going to sing happy birthday. We got music and everything planned for her. But we are collecting 100 birthday cards. So if you've not had an opportunity yet to sign a card for her, please do so before you leave. We've got blank birthday cards back there. We've got a bin that is filling up, and so we're happy to be able to give her 100 birthday cards. And then after service, a group of people are going together to have lunch with Marie. Everybody's responsible for ordering their own food and paying for it, but we're going to be having lunch at P.F. Chang's. Now, it came out on the e-blast that it was going to be at a restaurant called Zenaita's, but they can't handle our large number of people, which is always a good thing for us to be able to come together in that many people. So we're going to P.F. Chang's in the district. Is that Green Valley area? Mm-hmm. Green Valley. So P.F. Chang's in the district. We'll send out a revised e-blast about that. And speaking of e-blast, I don't usually come up and tell you I have a bone to pick, but you guys aren't reading your email. I have had more questions about how to become a vendor and what to do about Marie's birthday in the last week, and I'm like, didn't you read the email? What email? Also, when you get the email, you got to read all the way to the end of it. Because sometimes it'll say one thing. Somebody said, I read it and I saw the card thing, but I didn't see anything about the restaurant. I said, well, it was just another paragraph down. So, I'm not here to chastise, but read your emails. Anyway, and I want to remind you about Tuesday for our Walking the Path group. We have a wonderful group. Oh, wait, you guys aren't meeting this week, are you? No, never mind. You guys aren't meeting on Tuesday because it's before the holidays. Yeah. All right, and then finally we have prayer available. Marilyn will be at the door outside of this room right here to guide you into a prayer if you'd like to have a spiritual mind treatment personalized for something that you've got going on in your life or something you want to continue in your life. Just go ahead and see her. All right, and we have Thanksgiving coming up. So I have a little Thanksgiving blessing here. So would you stand? Let's read this together. Ready? As we enter this time of gratitude, may we remember the one life that holds us, guides us, and blesses us. We give thanks for the good we know and the good that is still unfolding, for community, for love, for grace, and for the quiet ways Spirit nourishes our lives. May gratitude open our hearts and inspire us to live as a blessing to others. For this and all things, we give thanks. And so it is. Have a beautiful and blessed Thanksgiving, everyone. See you next week.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. 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 Have a beautiful week, everybody.